Blue and silver blowing in the wind, gardens of pinwheels planted to remind all of the great childhoods all children deserve.
And during National Child Abuse Prevention Month, we are also reminded that we must all work together to ensure childhoods aren't destroyed behind closed doors.
I'd like to introduce to you Lauren Cooper. She's the executive director of the Cricket Center, Worcester County's only child advocacy center, joining us this afternoon with more on these efforts. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
For stopping by this afternoon. So first of all, tell us a little bit more about the Cricket Center.
Sure. So the Cricket Center is Worcester County's only child advocacy center. Most people have heard of a CAC or a child advocacy center. So what we do is we work together as a multidisciplinary team to reduce the trauma and focus on the hope and healing for our victims and their families. So what we do is to give you an idea, when a child makes their first outcry of abuse allegations, it's usually what we see is it's to a trusted adult, so a therapist, a coach, a teacher. So that child is having to tell their traumatic story and their experience to one person. Then they're having to report it to Child Protective Services. Then they're having to report it to law enforcement. And then if the case is accepted for, if charges are pressed and it goes through the court system, they're having to tell their story to the jury or to the judge. So to alleviate having to tell that story multiple times, they tell their story at the Cricket Center. So we work as a team. Everyone comes to the Cricket Center, so that story is only told one time. So we have law enforcement, we have family advocates, we have therapists. So we're kind of like a one-stop shop when it comes to addressing all of the services for children that are impacted.
So you offer lots of services. What kind?
We do. So we have our Child Protective Services workers are also forensic interviewers, so they investigate the case, but they also are specially trained in forensic interviewing. So we have what's called a child-friendly atmosphere. We have these interviewers that know how to speak with children in a non-suggestive and non-leading way. So they're trained to build rapport and engage with the child. And eventually, if that child makes that disclosure, law enforcement can take the case from there and work with prosecution to press further charges and see it through the entire court system.
The entire system, you see it start to finish. And I want to use some of your words. You see it from initial outcry to prosecution.
Yep. So one of the direct services, again, that the Cricket Service offers is we are kind of the hub, the hotline. So if there are allegations or if someone is concerned about a child's welfare or well-being, call us. We take that initial report, we pass it along to the people that it needs to go to. So if you're out there, if there's a child that you're concerned about, or even if you have questions, you just want some answers, give us a call, we're happy to help. In addition to the forensic interviewing, we also have therapy, trauma-informed therapists through the life crisis that come to us. They work on site with our kiddos. And we also have Josiah. Josiah is our facility dog. So he sits with the children either through forensic interviews in the lobby, before and after their interviews. He's available for therapy.
Why?
And then he's also able to accompany the child in court to alleviate the anxiety, for the child.
It's a calming.
Yep. He's been with us since 2018. We got him through Canine Companions, and he's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a treat for our staff too. So not just the victims, but yeah, he's fun when he.
So, us as a community, if we think something's going on with a child, what do we do?
Call us. We have professionals. We're ready to answer the phones, even if you suspect that there's child abuse. We have the investigators that are going to investigate that. Get involved. Get educated. If you see the signs, share that. Call your local law enforcement. Call Child Protective Services. And I also want to thank you both for wearing your blue today, because showing support and awareness, as you mentioned earlier, April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and that's nationally recognized. So you will see in the community, you'll see pinwheels, the blue and silver pinwheels, just as a way to kind of spread that awareness and let people know that child abuse is out there. We have the resources to hopefully combat that, but just raising awareness and getting the community involved. So thanks for wearing your blue on Friday.
Oh yeah. Okay, so talk to us about the 9th annual Walk for Kids.
Yeah, so April 24th at noon, we're kicking it off at 5th Street and the Boardwalk. So it's a $25 registration fee. You can go right on the website or give us a call at the Cricket Center to register. Lots of fun, lots of games. We have a DJ. I think there's going to be a clown, some face painting, some fun stuff for the kiddos. So we'll kick that off. Nothing official. It's just a fun walk. It should be a good time.
Good time.
And the date again?
It is is April 24th. It's Sunday, from 12 to 3. Prior to the walk, we will be planting in the morning 687 blue and silver pinwheels in the sand. And that number is significant because that's the number of children that were maltreated in Worcester County in the year 2021. Wow. So we're going to, be out there for a good cause.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lauren Cooper with the Cricket Center, thank you so much.
Thank you.